So I ended the last live and I started this one up. Sorry about that. We had finally started getting people coming into the chat. My apologies. I'm gonna start the show off by saying the same thing that I said previously. I think it's a waste of time. I don't be meaning to be so down and shit, but certain things is just a waste of time. In any regard, let's just talk about the DJ MV situation. I might be just ending the live early. I wanted to go downtown. I woke up this morning. I was like, I thought about it kind of last night, a couple of days. Woke up this morning. I said, I want to go downtown. I can't go downtown. And I can't talk about why I can't go downtown. But if I could go downtown, I would. In any regard. What up, Kyra? Let's get back to the show. So, I want to be clear about something. As far as the DJ Envy situation is concerned, I think he knows a lot more than he actually knows. I think he was trying to be slick. That's the point I was trying to get to in the last video. I deleted the video. I think DJ Envy was trying to get slick. I think DJ Envy was trying to get involved in something so he could he could feign ignorance. I think DJ Envy knew that dude was stealing money. I think DJ Envy how do you say, benefited from the money that dude has stole. Remember, I don't hear anybody saying that DJ Envy didn't get paid. So DJ Envy benefited from the dude that stole. That's one. Two, it was $17 million. So there's no telling how much money DJ Envy got out of that. Three, DJ Envy was using that particular platform to also create businesses with other people. And then in at least one of those businesses, he didn't do what was I guess, contractually obligated for him to do. Because basically the person was also some kind of house flipper, but they was doing it for real and doing the job for real, and they actually were winning doing it. So what had happened was they gave DJ Envy like 20% of the business, and one of the things that he was supposed to do is talk about their platform, talk about their this business that he now gets 20% of on Breakfast Club, but he never did that. He never spoke about them. So the fact, and I just need for you to understand the reasoning, the fact that he never actually spoke about them kind of lends to the idea that he knew that Caesar was stealing. You understand what I'm saying? Because one, he shouldn't even got into business. He shouldn't even got into bed with these dudes for the main reason of that's conflict of interest, right? And if he did get into bed with them, then they were supposed to be a subset of what he was already doing. It's like when you have a mom and pop store and maybe they sell electronics and they're about to go out of business. But an electronics giant reaches out and says, could we use you as a place where people could pick up the electronics when they order from us? You know, like if they order online from somewhere, and you could use it to store some of these, you know, products in your facility so they could go pick it up from there, whatever. Does that business exist currently? Because if it doesn't, that sounds like something incredible that I just thought of. Does that business exist, this thing that I'm talking about? It does, right? It has to. In any regard. I've never seen it, but it has to exist. I'm going to assume. In any regard. So, that's basically tantamount to what that is. So, when he's promoting him and Caesar's business, he's supposed to also be doing a sub promotion for them, because, you know, that's basically what dude is paying him for. He wants to be associated with his network. So that's what the dude is paying him for. So that means that when he's out there networking, you're supposed to be part of that network. Like, perfect example, there's people that donated to the BBN network, right? So one of the things that y'all guys get that I keep trying to tell you about, but I guess people don't pay attention to, is I go places. And when I go these places, if you're a part of the community and you've been donating to the community, I'll bring you along with me. These places where you can network at. I've taken many of people places where they can network at. Some people was actually networked, as far as I know, successfully, like my sister-in-law, and other people have networked and they've gotten some good FaceTime with actual people in the mix, just so we can be clear. So that's one of the things that also I do, just so we can be clear. If you're not in the industry, this don't mean nothing. If you're not trying to meet people, this doesn't mean anything. But if you are trying to meet people, if you are trying to get in the mix, and you might not be in the mix yet, this means a lot. Being able to go into somewhere with someone that people know and is going to walk up to and say what's up to them. And you can get into a conversation with them and say, oh, look, this is my homeboy, yada, yada. Just saying. In any regard. That's basically what they were paying DJ Envy to do. Grow their business. It's like when I have an individual come to me and say they want me to do promotion for them, right? And I say, sure, not a problem. So one of the ways that you get promoted on a social media platform like ours is, one, we do drops, stuff like that, not a problem. Two, I play your drops on our platforms, not a problem. Three, we work together and we do stuff together. Four, I speak about your product and I talk about your product and I drive people to your product and bring awareness to your product. That's my responsibility. When the people get to your product, what you do and how you hold on to them, that's your responsibility. You not being able to hold on to them, that's not my responsibility. The problem is DJ Envy wasn't even sending anybody to the product. So if he knew, listen, if he didn't know that Cesar Pena was doing something that was illicit, why wouldn't he want to attach his other businesses to them? He's going to benefit. You get it? I have a working model. My working model is doing well. Somebody tells me that they're going to pay me if I attach their non-working model or model that's working but isn't working as well as my model to my model. They'll pay me for that. Now they pay me, but I don't attach said networking. I'm just saying, DJ Envy might have to talk to the feds if he want to not go to jail. That's just what it is. And I'm just talking about it from that aspect, not even discussing it from whatever the hell was going on with him and Cesar Pena. I'm talking about it from the aspect of, could he actually realistically say that he didn't know? Could he say he was ignorant to what Cesar was doing? I don't know if we could even say that based on, that's what I'm, just so we can say PC, boom, there you go. Somebody said that he was talking to the feds. I don't know if he was. But the other day, last night, we had a discussion about Angela Yee leaving and why she may be left. And inside of that discussion, why she may be left. And inside of that discussion, one of the things that we said was there's a possibility that the feds already pulled up on him, and that has something to do with him leaving. So we've already had that conversation, just so we could be clear. So I'm not like knocking it down. I'm just explaining to you that we had that conversation. And now I'm discussing this. If you want to discuss that also, that's not a problem. Keep it in the chat, and then I'll also respond back to that. But that does not exclude me from talking about this. Is that fair? All right, so listen, pay attention. Why would he not attach a model that it was working, but not working to the level that they were presuming that their model was working? So they want to network and get their contacts and network with them. So this is another reason why watch who you talk bad about. Be honest. I'm not telling you go out there and lie to people to be able to get in contact, to be able to connect with them. Be honest. But be careful who you talk bad about. Because what's going to happen is this. And this happens to a lot of people. I'll give you a good example. Think about all the people that badmouth 50 Cent before he made it, when he was still in his struggle. Do you know what happened when 50 Cent makes it? Now there's individuals that might want to work with you, but they can't. You was busy bad-mouthing 50 and you were lying. And everybody know, we all know you was just being a hater. So now even if it's not an issue with 50 for me to work with you, it might be an issue for the fans that now know what's going on. I don't know if I want to upset that fan base at the moment. We'll revisit this conversation in a year. See how that worked out. And for everybody that think I don't know what I'm talking about, think about everybody that I was helping to promote that y'all saw all over the place until I stopped trying to promote them. Think about all the different people who I used to promote over here that y'all saw everywhere. But once I stopped promoting them, you don't really see them nowhere no more. They in their little groups of people. The fuck? They in their little groups of people. They're in their little groups of people. Pay attention. But they not mainstream. They're less mainstream they were when they was dealing with me. And I could throw names out there, but it'd sound like I'm insulting people, so I'm not, because I'm not going at anybody at all. Not even nobody in specific. I'm not going at anybody at all. I'm just explaining to you how important being able to network is. Like, I'm giving you a good example. So I got some weirdos in my neighborhood that's running around and telling people I molest children. They're running around telling people that I got AIDS. They're running around, like, whatever is the worst shit that you could think about telling a person, they're running around telling people that about me. All of this shit is a lie. They also, just so we could be clear, they tell people I'm a pervert that no woman should date, apparently, I'm not sure why. I guess the AIDS thing, because I'm a pervert. They say that I'm gay, apparently, but they also say that I want to rape women. Like, whatever the thing is, they're saying that. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever the thing is, just whatever the thing is that you could think about, shit that don't even run congruent. You understand what I'm saying? So basically, I'm literally the worst person that has ever been born or lived. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's never been a person, worse than me that has ever existed in the history of the world. And that's just going off of the stories that I'm hearing being said about me. Because this shit don't even run congruent. Like, it don't even make sense. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's never been I'm worse than Hitler. I'm worse than whoever you want to name. There's nobody worse than me. I'm not trying to make light of the Holocaust. I'm just trying to explain. There's nobody worse than me. The shit that they say that I'm involved in is, I can't even explain it. So, this is how important networking is. I actually have a platform that people watch. Earlier today, we had an individual in here that actually is dealing and we're going to be interviewing him, and we've interviewed him here before, that actually has dealings with the Caesar Pena situation. Now, how many times have y'all seen me doing a show and we're talking about a situation in court, and people pull up and they know about the situation or are involved in the situation, and they could give us firsthand information? How often does that happen? That happens all the fucking time. Shout out to Arthur D. Glass putting our Cash App in the chat. Salute. That happens all the time. This is not cap. So if I can just talk about a thing without contacting a person first, and they see me talking about it, so they want to come in and they want to discuss it with me, why would you want the world to know that you dislike me? And you don't even have a real reason. You're just choosing any old random thing that is hate. So I have a network that people do watch. I have reach. That's not cap. You can just literally go look at the people who I've already interviewed. The videos are still up. What up, Ganju? Salute. I'm just showing y'all proof. I be getting first-hand information on shit, fam. If we get some participation to the Cash App, it's going to be a big day today. We're going to go downtown and we're going to do some interviews, or we're going to go downtown where they're doing the protests and we're going live and we're going to go talk to some people, or we're going to try to talk to some people at least. And we get some contributions to the Cash App this morning. So if y'all want to go down there, that's what we doing. That's why my batteries is all effed up. I've been trying to make sure that I could charge up my shit. And I wasn't doing a great job of it. So it could be a big day today. All I need is some audience participation. Is if y'all guys want to do it or not. With that being said, is if y'all guys want to see me go out there and talk to the public. And remember, this ain't going to be Coney Island, so this isn't going to be, I'm not going to be in the area. Shout out to Coney Island. That's no disrespect. But I'm not going to be in the area where I got people that fuck with me and people that's running around talking about rumors. It's going to become totally different situation. Those people got way more important things on their minds than what I do in my personal life. With that being said, talking back about the fucking DJ Envy shit. So, now I don't trust you at all, PC. PC is going to try to convince you to dislike me. He's with them. Ganju, PC is with them. Yeah, that's what they do all the time. There's a set of them that come in here all the time and do that right before they start going at and trying to convince the person to dislike me. So he's about to be really nice to you. And then he's going to tell you I have a drug problem or I did something to a woman or a child. I promise you. I 100% promise you. They're going to be contacting you to tell you that. But you're a music industry person, so you already know the bullshit, so you don't care. But I wanted to say that publicly because that's how they attack me. That's literally how they attack me. They see anybody that's being nice to me and talking to me, and then what they do is they go contact them. What they do is they go contact them, and when they contact them, there's three things they say. They either say that I'm some kind of junkie, they say that I did something to a woman, or they say that I did something to a child. And they always come in here and at the person and at me at the same time. They do that all the time. So if you're not on that type of time, all I gotta say is that's what they do. Literally. I hear you. Now let me get back to the show though. I appreciate you. They do that all the time. That's what they do. They at the person and then they at the person that they about to attack and they at me at the same time. Yeah, they do that all the time. I got you though. Talking about the DJ Envy situation. So as far as I can tell, it seems to me like DJ Envy already knew that dude was doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing. That's what it seems like to me. Because why not promote those other dudes? Why not promote them? They're paying you. They're part of your network now. They're a subdivision of what you're doing. Why wouldn't you promote them so they can also win? Because when they win, you win. I had a rapper that was over here, and he made a dope-ass song that I liked. I liked the song so much that I took some archival video footage, and I made him a video. The video was so dope that when I was go places, like when we go out into the world and I'm talking with people, people was bringing up dude name. People was like, yo, what about that artist? Yo, I love the da-da-da, this and this and that. Also, might I add, my archival footage was actually protest footage. So it's Black Lives Matter, Until Freedom protest footage. I have archival footage. I have a whole shitload of it in any regard. So I would go places and people would talk about this particular artist. They liked them. They thought that the jump off was dope. They thought his song was dope. This is just real talk. That's all my job is. That's what DJ Envy was supposed to do. Be the individual that he's saying somebody's name enough that people are interested enough to want to know more about them. That's how this works. That's why if you do one ad, what is that really going to do for you? That's why you have to do a campaign. That's just the way it goes. They literally call it that on Facebook, an ad campaign. That's why you have to do a campaign. One ad really isn't going to do anything unless they inflate the numbers. If they play the ad like a regular ad on regular shit, it's going to do the regular numbers. And over a course of time, over a period of time, people are then going to be able to recognize that brand with the other brand. So as long as that other brand is doing well, that brand is also going to do well. So attach yourself to a brand to then only try to destroy that brand is destroying your own fucking brand. So that's why the individuals who was fucking with me and who I was helping out hurt themselves when they decided to not try to hold the brand down. Because when I was holding the brand down, I was holding them down also. Brooklyn Rose says, good morning. Are you going to cover the case when it presents itself? Yes. When do they go to court, Ganju? I'm showing up. The client is upset. He introduced Caesar the Envy, which he now... You are correct, PC. I'll read that also. Ganju says it's a good comment. Ganju says my client is upset. He introduced Caesar the Envy, which he now regrets. He feels Caesar lined him up and used him as a tool. Going to repeat that. Ganju wrote says my client is upset. My client is upset. He introduced Caesar to Envy, which he now regrets. He feels Caesar lined him up and used him as a tool. I'm going to read the PC's next comment. It's actually a really good comment. He erased one, so I don't know what that was about. He says, listen, I look at it like the drug game. If you introduce your mans to a connect or a plug and then something goes bad, you're responsible for that. Facts. Yeah, Ganju, he be over here too. Shout out to Star. Salute. Ganju be over here too. Everybody know about Ganju Roach? Fam, I keep trying to tell them. Fam. Okay, so every time an actual story is going down, people pull up over here, fam. We had... fuck it. I'm just going to keep talking. Y'all love when we doing a thing. Ganju, I'm showing up to court. Their court is going to be in New Jersey, though, right? Oh, it's going to be in... Shout out to Star. It's going to be in Jersey, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull up. If it was in New York, I'd be able to pull up easy. If I could work out a situation, I know it shouldn't be too hard for me to get to Jersey, but hell, right now I can't even get downtown. So, If possible, then yes, I'm obviously gonna cover the case. I'll be there every day if possible. If not possible, then I'm just not. It is what it is. I can't tell you if it's gonna be possible at this point. God willing. Um, that'll be a dope ass case to follow. That's something y'all want BBN on. You want me in court on that one. I promise you, you do. I promise you, you do. I promise you, you want me in court on that one. You want me in court, especially you covering it too, Ganju. I mean, you are involved in it. You want me in court on that one. Sheesh. PC says, Star has been in direct communication with the feds, and he said expect to see Envy's cars on a flatbed next week. I expect it. Somebody in here came in here the other day and made a great point and said that Envy was living past his means. And what I was busy trying to say is there's a good chance that he didn't pay for all of the things in which he had. That would lend to the idea of the feds or whoever coming to pick up the flat trucks and put them on flatbeds also. If he paid for them outright, the monies that he paid for them is probably the monies that he got from Caesar. And if he didn't pay for them outright and he actually was being gifted those cars for various different reasons, then they will also come to pick up those cars also, wouldn't it? So, yeah, I would have expected for his cars to be picked up. And the next thing we need to see is if the home situation, and I would assume, but I don't think they're just going to move him out of his home. I think that the judge and everything, especially since he got family and kids and all that other shit, I think the judge and everything will be like, well, until this matter gets sorted out, then, that's something that they probably wouldn't be leaning on too much. Does that make sense, Ganju, or am I just... Does that make sense? Am I in the ballpark? I'm curious. I want to know if I'm in the ballpark. He said, Ganju Road says, yeah, I'm heavily involved. Fam! I think his home is good for now. Makes sense, right? Yeah, they're not going to, judge is not an asshole, not going to be like, we're going to uproot you and your kids. We're going to see how this shit play out. You got to help the government, you got to keep your home. We might bring the cars back. Yeah, that usually takes a while when it comes to the home situation. Like in Omi and the Hellcat, he was a YouTuber. I remember that guy that had like 40 whip seized by the feds. Yeah, and they kept him with his home for a while. The home thing takes a minute. Lived in his home for a while too. That makes his minute. Did Omi and the Hellcat go to jail yet? I mean, I'm pretty sure he had like buku bucks hidden somewhere. Did they like be like, if you give us back them buku bucks, you don't got to go to jail? They might do that also. Like, because they should have gave him. For everybody that don't know, Omi and the Hellcat was a YouTube person that basically was stealing the internet and was giving it to other people. Basically, they had a cable network platform where they were stealing the cable channels and they were putting it onto their servers on their platform, and then they were selling like a thing to allow for you to go illegally get this service, and it was like a loophole in the law that he was saying that he was using. So that's how he got caught up. No, I don't know what you want to call it. You can't call it scamming because the people that he was getting paid from was actually getting the thing in which they were paying for. They were receiving what they were paying for. So I guess he was just stealing. He was Robin Hood in that bitch. I don't know what to call him. It sounds like Robin Hood to me. Did you see how much fucking cable is nowadays? If you go get YouTube cable jump off, that shit is like $70-something a month, fam. Shout out to YouTube. No disrespect to you guys. You know what you're doing. He said, yeah, Omi is locked up. Say he was facing 500 years. So he was facing 500 years and he only got 5. He gave back enough money for them to be satisfied. I promise you. 9 times out of 10, he probably had money hid everywhere. He had an developed app, that's what it was, for those Kodi Fire Stick boxes called Gears Reloaded. and he had to pay 15 million in restitution. So it was an act. Yeah, and it was like stealing cable or stealing like, so you get like all of the fights, everything, like whatever it was, like some shit like that. Am I in the ballpark, PC? Am I in the ballpark? That's not really something we covered over here. I think I did like one video, maybe two videos. I don't know. Not really something we covered over here. Yeah, not really something we covered over here. So this is just like peripheral information I'm gonna have on it. So that's what I'm asking. No reason to change the subject. That was a nice segue. There's a difference between doing a good segue and keeping the overlying conversation that we're having isn't necessarily DJ Envy in the situation that he's in. We're using DJ Envy in the situation that he's in to talk about scamming. So we're actually just talking about scamming, but we're talking about the situation that DJ Envy is in, and we're using that as a tool in order to be able to discuss it. So one of the main things that I was talking about was that we was just discussing right before you brought that up was DJ Envy trying to skirt responsibility by, well, I was talking about it a little bit earlier. DJ Envy trying to skirt responsibility by saying that he didn't know what was happening. And so that's why I was trying to explain by him not inviting other people who he was dealing with in the same capacity and talking about their product on the show like he should have been is kind of proof that he knew that the thing that he was doing with Cesar Pena was wrong. Oh, Ant? Yeah, that's no problem. Ant. Copy. Boom. So that's what we was talking about. Copy. So that's what the whole discussion was about. So you bringing up Omi and the Hellcat, that falls inside of what we're discussing. You didn't change the subject. Remember, the same sin could look different. It's like when people say, how do you tell somebody that you love them? Like some people tell you they love you by, bringing you dinner. Some people tell you they love you by when you laying in the bed, they make sure that your feet is covered with the blanket. Like those are all different ways to say that you love a person without saying that you love a person. You understand what I'm saying? So there's different ways that you could discuss a matter because when we're talking about the principle of the elements of what something is, we're not necessarily talking about the mechanisms that cause for the thing to be communicated. You understand what I'm saying? So there's just different ways to communicate the information. Ganju says he knew. It just comes down to how long they can prove he knew. Boom. Let's go. That's probably why your friend is saying what your friend is saying, because your friend said that, he regrets inviting them, linking them to. And you told the story before on this page. I had you literally, you was up here on our StreamYard one day having this discussion. Shout out to you for pulling up that day. And you was basically having this discussion with me. And the thing that you said factually, right, I'm saying it's fact that you said it, was that a friend, one of your clients, I believe, or I can't remember if it's a client or a friend or both, had actually introduced Caesar to DJ Envy. Also, why did DJ Envy? I had the feeling DJ Envy was always saying Caesar was his cousin. I thought Caesar was his cousin, fam. Like, didn't DJ Envy used to say that, or is that just me? Was he just talking about they were both Crips? Like, I don't get that part. Didn't he used to say dude was his cousin, or is that just me? Is this me misremembering? I'm just asking, is this me misremembering? I might be misremembering. I don't know. Anyway, I always thought Caesar was his cousin. Maybe somebody said that as a joke, like Funk Flex or some shit, and then I didn't know it was a joke. That's what happened. Yeah, Caesar requested the introduction. Caesar knew what he was doing. Oh, Caesar requested the introduction. Yeah, it's a question of how long did DJ Envy know? Because let's just talk about from the perspective of integrity. We're going to assume that DJ Envy was a target. So if DJ Envy was targeted, maybe we should perceive the longer he knew, the more liable. That's a fact. But he was also targeted. So I could see where there would be leniency. I'm not saying we're just gonna, let the guy go, with nothing, but no discipline, no charges, no scot-free. But I can see where there could be leniency because he was also targeted, especially with you saying that Caesar requested. Like he was like, yo, link me up with your homie. But then what that also goes to show is, and this is another thing that I was trying to say about DJ Envy when we was talking previously. I was trying to discuss that he has, at least this is my opinion, his arrogance. See, this is the thing about an arrogant person, right? It's easy to play to them. All you got to do is compliment them. Let them have a couple of your ideas. Say some shit that's really smart and then act like y'all both like, no, you really said this. It wasn't me. Like, it's not hard. As long as you're standing around and making them look good, they're going to appreciate your presence, even if they know you bullshitting. Because their insecurity needs or is being fed when there's somebody around complimenting them. Their insecurity is being fed. Most arrogant people are actually insecure. I think people think arrogance comes from a security. I don't believe that it does. I believe that when you're confident in yourself, you don't even measure yourself up against another person. I don't know if I can even explain the concept. But when you believe in yourself, when you're confident in, you don't even measure yourself to other people. It's not even a thing you do. You're not looking at anybody like they're better or worse or anything like that. Like, I think that's just insecure when we measure ourselves against other people. Anyway, Ant says, Envy kept using the word we and us and saying business partners in every video on IG when promoting their seminars. He's going to be a co-conspirator. Well, yeah. I mean, especially since, like I just said, he didn't even promote the other person's business, as far as I can tell, at all. At least that's what the other guy is saying that's suing DJ Envy. He's getting sued by a whole nother guy. He's being sued by a dude. Wait, he's a dude. Wait, hold on. It was a credit guy. I don't know how many other people he's being sued by. I'm just saying there's another guy. I don't know what the dude was also doing. It's the credit guy. There was just another guy. I'm not 100% sure who the other guy was. Just saying. Not 100% sure who the other guy was. So, yeah, I can see Envy having whatever issues he's going to be having. Whatever else y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. I could see Envy having whatever other issues he should be having, because he should be having issues. And it is, how long did he know that this was a scam? They was doing shows where they was getting on stage and talking at seminars, man. You know how many people wouldn't have paid that dude any attention except for the fact that he was standing next to DJ Envy? There's also a payola issue regarding the credit guy who gave Envy hundreds of thousands of dollars to promote him on the radio and he never did. Dude, that's the thing that I've been talking about. We done discussed that like 3 times this show and 1 time the last show. Thank you for putting it in the chat, though. They've been doing shows since 2018. Sheesh, man. I be having people pull up on me and talk about business stuff. And so I had somebody pull up on me the other day. I'm not going to get all the way into it. I'm just going to say a thing. So I had somebody pull up on me the other day. And so they called me and they talking about a business thing. And they telling me about what they want to do and what they think they should do. And it sounds good, right? It sounds good, right? But the person don't know what they need. I'm going to say something real quick. This is one of the most problematic issues when you're doing promotion for somebody. A lot of times people don't know what they need. They know what they want. So they'll pull up on you and they'll say, yeah, I want to do this and I want to do that and I want to do that. And then what you want to know is, well, what do you need? And what I mean by that is, what kind of audience are you trying to reach? What kind of impact are you trying to have? But we can't have those conversations. The only conversations we could really have is, yeah, post this video, put this comment, post that link, put this thing. When real promotion is you telling me that you are trying to reach a certain goal or do a certain thing, and I'm putting the plan together, and then we follow the plan through. Not before the plan even gets started, oh, this isn't going to work, I'm a bail. But we ain't even started the plan. We've been working on this shit for like 3 days. We ain't really started the plan. We've been working on this shit for 2 weeks. That's the beginning of putting whatever we're going to do together. We don't even know what we're going to do. What's the plan? So a lot of times when people pull up to try to get promotion from you, they don't even know what they need. They're part of me. They don't even know what they need. They only know what they want. Like, I'm going to give you a perfect idea. So homeboy, I had a dude that wanted to promote his page, right? So I was doing promotion for his page. He was busy saying, he was paying $50 a week. Now I'm giving him probably $200 of promotion to $500 of promotion every week. He's only paying me $50, but I'm doing promotion for him every single show. That's $100 a day. Okay. If I'm doing promotion for you on this show and I'm dropping 3 ads on you on this show and I'm doing promotion for you on the morning show, this show right here, Morning Coffee, I'm dropping 3 ads for you. Then I'm doing promotion for you also on the Tonight Show. I'm dropping a couple more ads for you. And then we going over to YouTube, Instagram, and on Instagram, I'm posting something for your page. That's damn near $100 a day. I'm doing a lot of work. I'm also making your commercial for the most part, and I'm editing it as best as I can, and I'm adding voiceovers, and I'm doing a whole bunch of other shit. Like, I'm not just playing your shit. I'm taking your product, and then I'm putting a little glossy finish on it, and then I'm showing it. So what happened was, the individual, when I asked them what they wanted to do, they didn't want to tell me what kind of audience they wanted to reach. They just saying they just want to get people to come to their page. So I gave them the package and gave them the design and did the things that just brought people to their page. The problem is it brought the wrong type of people. It didn't bring the type of people that was going to like that content. So that's what I mean by people ask for something that they want, but they don't never really know what they need. The dude would have just said that they wanted to do some goofy stuff where we were just going to be over there and be goofy and have fun and enjoy ourselves and just say outlandish, wild things. We could have created we could have created something to push that. We could have created a campaign to push the fact that he just wanted to be goofy and silly. You understand? But he didn't push that as his campaign. He just wanted people to come pull up on him and see what he was doing. So the people that pulled up on him and seen him what he was doing, they weren't the goofy, wanting to look at goofy shit type. They was the people that wanted to listen to serious shit and be about business type. So he couldn't retain any other of the audience. And he got mad at me for that. So it is what it is. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. And Caesar's a convicted felon for scamming long before he linked up with Envy. So basically, the Breakfast Club was promoting a felon convicted scammer to millions of people. Jose Batista says all it took was Barbara Waters to look at this ice for the feds to come. I don't understand. Repeat yourself. I don't understand what you're trying to say, Jose. I don't understand. You should put it. I don't know. Can you rewrite that, rephrase that, or something? Also, could it be possible we could get a couple of more likes in here? I generally don't even talk about the likes no more. I'm usually just disappointed. Fuck it. No, think about the likes. And anyway, you could rewrite that. I don't understand what you're trying to say. There's no way I could respond to that. I'm not even sure who you're talking about. Like, anyway, it took for Barbara Walters' report on this matter to get justice. What did Barbara Waters' report on? Barbara Waters reported directly on DJ Envy? Nah, I'm just trying to understand. Like, you came in and dropped a bomb. It's not like you came in and just said like a random couple of lines and then I had to piece them together. You came in and it was like C4, napalm. Okay, so you're answering all the questions other than the one. Okay. I don't think that was Barbara Walters. You confusing the other lady on the news. Yeah, I don't know. Is Barbara Walters still alive? I hope she is. The first thing I thought when I saw her name is Barbara Walters still alive? I'm not sure if she's still alive, fam. That's why I'm so confused right now. I was about to ask you, when did this happen? Like, they was reporting on it, like, because I'm not sure if she's alive with this. So did she report on this like 3 years ago? I don't even know if she's alive. If she isn't, RIP. If she is, happy to hear about your good health. She did pass away. That's what I thought. RIP to Barbara Walters. Rod from BX says, Sarah Wallace, I-Team Channel 4. Okay. I mean, I don't know who Sarah Wallace is, but at least you got a better understanding of what's going on. Remember, I don't got television, fam. I don't got cable. I ain't got cable. So I don't got cable. Yeah. Shout out to the news team. Yeah, they were. So they should. Well, if you're saying that it took for Sarah Wallace to report on it for the feds to see it, good chances the feds was already on it, and that's why Sarah Wallace reported on it. How Mandela? Oh, because dude, I agree. So hold on. What up, Cito? So hold on. I agree, T. That is how Mandela effect rumors start. Oh man, peace. Ant took the comment down. I was about to read it. Hope you put it back up. She reported on Envy at 8 a.m. Feds arrest deceiver by 7 p.m. You don't think that the feds that they got wind that the feds was gonna how do you think the news knew? You think the news told the feds, or did you think the feds told the news? Come on, y'all, smash that damn like button. It's 66. You think the news told the feds, or do you think the feds told the news? And my fault, and I want to apologize about earlier. That's the part I keep trying to explain to y'all. Do you think the feds told the news, or do you think the news told the feds? I think the feds told the news. Boom. Shout out to Ganju. Salute. Feds told the news. Fam, I'm good at this. Why would they take DJ Envy off the air? These are just allegations. He's also hasn't been arrested. His name is just in the mix with a scandal. That's celebrity 101. That's normal, right? I think the feds knew before the news knew. Just so we could be clear, Ganju Roach his firsthand knowledge on the situation, and he said the feds knew first. Like I said, Ant says I think the feds knew before the news knew, but put it on blast that the news definitely got them moving a little faster. No, how do you think that we get our information, fam? How do you think we get our information, fam? People reach out, and sometimes the people that reach out are in law enforcement. How do you think we get our information? How do you think we know what's going on? That's why I keep trying to explain to you. The stupidest thing you can be if you're a YouTuber is have a problem with the police if you want to do news. You're doing news for a living. How do you have a problem with the police? You do news for a living. Man. If you want to go be an activist, bang, go do that. I do news for a living, man. We need to be on working conditions, working terms. There needs to be a mutual respect. I think the feds knew before the news knew. Yeah, that's usually how the news reporters know when they're gonna be a perp walk. That's how the news know a lot of shit, fam. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. I don't think there's no way Envy didn't know either. Hold on, we got an issue thing going on. I don't think there's no way Envy didn't know either. I also think that Envy knew. I'm trying to fix this. I don't like the way I'm saying. I also think that Envy knew. The question is, how long did Envy know? That's the biggest question. And just so we could be clear, and that's why I'm trying to explain to y'all, this dude getting into that argument and back and forth with Rick Ross created problems for him, because how does he have that car collection? Matter of fact, that is a car collection, so that means that he had the bottom shits. Nobody gifted him them shits. That's a whole car collection. You right, fam. And the dude that was talking about that shit the other day or earlier, that's a whole car collection. That's not even just cars that he got. He ain't never getting them shits back. Them shits is gone forever. I promise you. Them things got fucking snapped out of existence. Them shits is gone, fam. I promise you. Rightfully so. Because, if they was... Rightfully so, man. You got to do the thing that you say that you're going to... You have to do the... See, okay, so you have to do the thing. You have to do the thing you say you're going to do. That's one. Two, and you have to do everything to protect the client. Sometimes protecting the client means not doing something that the client wants you to do. But depending on what it is, you have to do what the client say that asks you to do that they're paying for. Like, I'm gonna give you another example real quick. So somebody asked me to make some commercials for them because they wanted to have commercials on the show to push their seaweed. That was not seaweed. Is it seaweed? I guess it's seaweed. So they was pushing the seaweed shit, right? Not seaweed. What the fuck we call that shit? It's real healthy. Get it from the sea. It's like on the coral or some shit. Anyway, so seagrass. Appreciate you. So they wanted me to make a commercial for them pushing the seagrass. I made 2 or 3 commercials. They fucking loved them. The reason why I know they love them, the commercials are just damn good. They love the commercials. They did a campaign with us. They love the campaign. All of a sudden, people started trolling them. I want to say something and I want to be clear about this. I have a different audience. Do we have a lot of the people that's from the dirty side of YouTube? Yes, but I have a different audience also. So when you do promote over here, you're promoting to a lot of different types of people, not just black people, not just people from the hood. We talk about a pretty wide range of things over here. Okay? These are just facts. If anybody are enjoying this show today, you could all pull up to the Cash App, Super Chat, and or PayPal. If we get some contributions to the Super Chat today, we will go downtown and we will try to do some, I'm not going to say get some interviews, but talk to some of the people that are currently protesting. We would like to do that. If anybody would like to throw some contributions into the Cash App, we will make that happen. Now, I want to be clear about something. And this is regarding the DJ Envy situation. And this is why I'm having all these conversations today, because I'm trying to explain the difference between somebody doing the thing and somebody scamming. The best way for me to do that is use myself as an example. Give you another example. So DJ Envy, just so we could be clear, one thing that he was supposed to do was say the name. Super Chat takes out 30%. That's why I prefer Cash App. But we do need Super Chat drops. But if I'm going to go do a thing on the day of the event that I'm talking about, like today, it has to go Cash App. But generally saying, whenever you donate to the Super Chat, that's so beneficial to the page. Like, that helps us out so much on YouTube. It helps us out almost as much as buying merch from the merch shop. Helps me in the algorithm, absolutely. Buying merch in the merch shop, I believe that also helps the algorithm also. And on some of our 10-minute videos, I have it where I'm selling products that aren't even my BBN products. I'm selling them like third party, and I get commission off of that. So when you purchase, like I've had like PlayStation stuff up recently from GameStop. So if you purchase something from there, I might get 2-3% commission. I had some stuff for like the hair and the face and everything to beautify. Go geology. I forgot. I don't know how to say the word well. So if you buy from them, then I get a percentage of that commission, like 15%, 10%. So things like that help our algorithm and help YouTube then want to promote the page, because it's basically about making content that YouTube then wants to promote. That's why it doesn't make sense to make content just hating on another person, because YouTube then, just because the way that their platform works, they're never gonna then want to promote your page. You understand? Like, you're literally taking a avenue of income that, I don't care how much you laugh and make jokes about it, but you're taking an avenue that you can make income in, and you're doing that avenue and then making the least amount of income possible because you're not even trying to make more. You understand? Appreciate you, Ant. He said we got to get Frost's numbers up. He deserves way more subs and traffic on this channel. He does great work and covers all of these trials with great detail. I appreciate that. You have no idea. Once again, my apologies about earlier. Um, So one of the things envy is supposed to do is basically uh, speak about, like Ed just said, the product. He said it was a credit agency guy, right? And then now that's even wilder because, oh shoot, I see why he couldn't talk about it. But that's even wilder. Listen, so the credit agency guy kind of works hand in hand, I would assume, with you doing things involving trying to get loans or whatever the case is, right? So that's probably why he wanted to work with DJ Envy. So basically, those people that DJ Envy they was trying to get loans with, or whatever the case is, he was trying to get inside of that movement, but DJ Envy didn't let him in. So he was actually trying to get into that movement. DJ Envy didn't let him in. So I think that might be, he did accept money from him though. I think that might be pretty indicative, or it should indicate that DJ Envy did know that there was something going on. So he wanted less eyes on their actual books that they was doing. Like, let's say that particular person probably was sent by somebody to be able to go look at the books. Like, you don't know. Remember, if DJ Envy does his job the right way, that means that there's going to be clients that's going to be going through Homeboy. And if there's going to be clients that's going to be going through Homeboy, they might not be able to do some of the things that they were doing previously. You understand? So there's even more of a chance that DJ Envy knew. Oh, so that lends to what I'm fucking talking about. Credit Dude was down with the team. So now we know why he was pissed. So he was part of the play. So the shit that I'm explaining, I do know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like usual. So so they just crossed him. But he was part of the play. And could we just confirm that Ganju didn't tell me any of this before the show started? Can we just confirm that? Me and Ganju did not have a show before the show started. We didn't have a show. We didn't have a conversation. We didn't talk. He didn't confirm any of this. He didn't tell me any of this. It says, and as a completely separate business that he started on his own. Envy saw that he was doing numbers from the seminar and he wanted to be part owner of the Credit Dude's business. Credit Dude was part of the season at Envy events. I didn't speak to nobody on this, fam. We're just having a conversation, and these are the words that's coming out of my mouth. Ganju Roach is directly and implicitly involved in this matter. Just so we could be clear. Often we're talking about things and I don't always have somebody in the chat that's involved. So people could come in here and try to have bullshit ass conversations saying I don't know what I'm talking about. But we have somebody in the chat right now. And I'm using all of the same mechanisms that I always use in order to get to the conversation. And what is he saying? I know what I'm talking about. The credit guy would have been in the mix. And then for whatever the reason is, they didn't want him in the books. And they just went and skirted the nigga and they cut him out of the fucking play. And that's basically what Ganju said. They cut him out of the play. I just added that the reason why they cut him out of the play is because I believe they didn't want him in the books. I'm good at this. I'm not a fake. I'm not a phony. This is what I do. Shout out to the Most High. Glory be to God. All the glory. What else we talking about? Put it in the chat. What else we talking about? Put it in the chat. I did that twice to check the battery life, and then I did. What else we talking about? Put it in the chat. The Envy got the nerve to sue the credit dude and his wife. Meanwhile, the credit dude said he gave Envy at least $300K. Look, man, I'm going to say this much. And this is, credit dude took a loan out for like $200K and got screwed over by them. Look, this is what I'm going to say. And this is real talk. When you back these dudes into a corner, they play victim. It's just like when you back a Karen into a corner and they start crying. That's why I keep trying to tell you, these dudes got feminine energy. DJ Envy got feminine energy. I'm just saying what it is, not trying to disrespect them. But a lot of these dudes got feminine energy. And so therefore, that's the spectrum that they carry themselves on. And there's so much feminine energy out in this world that men are now absorbing. I'm not going to get into that conversation because I'm going to be going at some people and I'm not trying to go at them. But there's too much feminine energy in the world that men are accepting. It's feminine energy to get caught, trapped in a corner, your own bullshit. And now you playing the victim like somebody did something to you. It's feminine energy, fam. And I'm not even saying that to bash women. I'm just saying what it is. It's not some shit that men historically was attuned to. Tell me where the lie at. I'm listening. If you're enjoying anything we're talking about today, pull up to the Cash App. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. What time is it? What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I was supposed to go out to a thing for Ganju to court, but we got the dates mixed up or something. That would have been a good thing. I miss being in the court. I was gonna do the Donald Trump thing, but decided against it for a real good reason. It was a good reason. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I know you love going to court. That usually means you're about to be in the box. That's where you work at. That's where I work at. I love going to court. I love going to court. I ain't gonna lie. So last time we went to court, they had the people come up in the building to try to get the people in the courtroom to hate me. They was trying to like get the everywhere I go, so it don't matter. They just follow me everywhere I go. So they was in the building trying to get the police officers to hate me or whatever and whatever. But by the end of the fucking trial, by the time it was like all the whole thing was over and shit, just to see like niggas fuck with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm walking out the building, everybody's trying to say hi to me. Like, it was crazy, fam. Yo, what you doing next? It was a good feeling. I ain't gonna lie to you. And it was made even more special because I know that there was people that had showed up and tried to get people to hate me. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the thing that made it even more special. any regard. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I'm not trying to go nowhere at the moment. I'm not trying to get off the live at the moment, but I am, for reasons, very cloudy headed, and I need for some content to come through because it helps me stay focused. So I need for y'all guys to chat. If not, I'm gonna have to get off and take a rest. So I need for y'all to either engage with me or we're gonna have to get off. Is there anything that you guys want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Nobody said DJ Envy was arrested. Why are you saying that I said DJ Envy was arrested? Did I mistitle? Could somebody tell me what the title was saying? Could somebody tell me what the title was saying? I'm pretty sure that it says DJ. It's supposed to say DJ Envy's business partner. So did I mistitle the video? Did I mistitle the video? It should say DJ Envy's business partner. I could have mistitled the video. Oh, that's what you meant. Yeah, why should they arrest DJ Envy yet? Why should they arrest DJ Envy yet? I'm pretty sure that DJ Envy didn't have his name on anything that was going to involve him in any kind of actual paperwork that could bring him back to this. You know, I'm pretty sure that he was, you know, because you always got the slick guys that think that they're super smart because they got, you know, weirdos doing their dirty work. Nobody's seen that fake ass title. I wrote the title was the correct way. That's why I'm kicking you. Nobody's seen whatever. Dude just said that he saw this. He saw the title say that DJ Envy got arrested. I kicked him. So there we go. You can deal with that. I kicked him, so you could deal with that. Anyway, Envy name on some paperwork? Appreciate you, Ant. That's why I kicked the other dude. Ken Thompson came in. I'm not even going to get into it. But basically, Ken Thompson said something, and then somebody tried to add to the thing that he said that was wrong so they could try to get me into an argument with Ken Thompson. Ken, they must know you as a person that donates to the page. That's all. You've donated to the page before, so that's it. That's why they did that. Yeah, you didn't see the paperwork yet, Frost. No, I didn't say I saw the paperwork. Copy the Star community page. No, I didn't see the paperwork. All I'm saying is that I'm thinking about reasons why realistically they wouldn't. Why DJ Envy isn't arrested yet? Is there a reason for him to be arrested yet? Like, the only reason why he wouldn't be arrested if his name is on paperwork is if he's helping the feds, right? No, I knew you knew. But there's people in here that didn't understand why I reacted to the guy the way I reacted to him. You know what I'm saying? I know you knew. I know Art knows. I know you know. You know, there's a couple of people in here I know. Oh, appreciate you. Absolutely appreciate you. If we get 2 or 3 more people to pull up with you, we're going to go downtown. I'm right about what? About the thing that I just said about the paperwork? Or you saying you're right and you're going to also pull up to the Cash App because you like screw them dudes that don't like you, Frost. We're going to all pull up to the Cash App today. We're going to send you outside with $200 and go down there and go talk to the Palestinians and the Jews and find out who feels what about what. I really want to go down there and speak to the Jewish community that's in favor of the Palestinians. I'm not going to lie to you. Those are the guys I want to go talk to. I want to go talk to those guys so bad. I want to know their specific point of view. I think the most honest aspect that's going to come from this conversation is going to come from them. That's just my belief. I could be wrong. Shout out to Ken Thompson with the $5 drop. He said, what did the 5 fingers say to the face? Bronx Broadcasting Network. Somebody put my email in the chat, please. Bronx Broadcasting Network. It should be in the description to the video. At Gmail. Yes, sir. I was talking to somebody the other day and they was just asking a whole bunch of uncomfortable questions, like trying to find out a lot of like personal information about me. I was like, this person's a scammer. First thing I thought, I was like, this person's a scammer. Like, why are they trying to find out all of this personal information? They might not be a scammer, by the way. Just gonna throw that out there. What up? What else we talking about? Put it in the chat. We got 77 people in the room. What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Arthur D. Glass. They wanted me to send them logos and all type of stuff. I'm like, what? The last person I know that tried to get me to send them a logo was a straight up scammer. That's all I know. Straight up scammer. Well, not the last person, but there's one particular person. And they were both female. Straight up scammer. I'm going to tell you some shit that they did. So they sent me some money on PayPal. And I'm not even thinking. They was like, yo, I made a mistake. I meant to send you a different amount of money. Can you send the money back to me, but can you send it through Cash App or some shit? So I was like, all right, not a problem. I ain't think nothing of it. They was donating to the pay. They was actually paying me. I have no idea when I'm going to get on NBA 2K24. They was actually paying me because I was doing promotion for them. So let me tell you what happened. So, appreciate you. So, what they was doing was they was charging other people. I don't even know what they was charging them for because I don't know what they were supposed to do for the other people. But they were charging other people and telling other people that I was going to do promotion or do something for them, like show up to an event or do a thing. And they was charging other people to have me go there. But they was charging the people because they was sending me like $350 by accident, $250 by accident, and then saying, yo, you know what, keep 20 of it. I sent that by accident. I'm just, my shit is fucked up. It's a very close family member. So I didn't think nothing of it. Turns out they was showing the receipts to people, like telling people like they paid me for a thing and I didn't show up. So people started thinking that I was stealing their money. And the people that they was doing this to was street gang niggas. You understand what I'm saying? So they doing this shit to street gang niggas. I'm not going to say who, but they doing this shit to these niggas. So now these niggas is thinking I'm trying to get over on them. So that's why I felt the way when homegirl started asking me all of this random information that I didn't think was valuable in the conversation that we was having at the moment. Yeah. He did it like 2 or 3 times. I was just not thinking about it. It was a close friend. It was a relative. It was literally a relative. They were married into the family. They weren't blood. Yes. tell you. And I was staying at that time. We were staying in that hotel where I was spending like $250 a night for rent. So I didn't. We were staying there at the time. You understand what I'm saying? So no, I didn't think nothing of it. I wish I would have. I wish I would have just told the person, nah, I'm sending it back on this app. And left a big ass note on it. I should have even left a note. This is the money you said you sent to me by accident. I just wasn't thinking, you know? Just too trusting. That's all. Just too trusting. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Just too trusting. Just too trusting. Just trusting people too much. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I really want to go down there, and I would love to speak with some of the Jewish people that actually are out there for a free Palestine. Interested, you know, their perspective. Obviously, I want to speak to Palestinians. Obviously, I want to speak to Jewish people on the other side of that conversation. You know, I'm not going to not speak to somebody. You know, as long as people ain't yelling at me and cursing at me, I don't give a fuck. All right, copy. When and if I get the game, we'll bring it here. So I would love to talk to everybody. You know, I don't understand the situation. It's not our fight, and I don't know the perspective. But that doesn't mean that this is something that needs to be ignored or pushed under the rug, and that we shouldn't all be in some way, shape, or form engaged, which I do think that we should. So that part. And I said, what else y'all want to talk about? And you brought up PS4. I mean, you brought up 2K. I get it. I don't have 2K right now. We'll try to work on all of that stuff, and hopefully we'll have it before the end of the winter or some shit. I don't know. I don't understand how people from Palestine that don't live there anymore support the actions of terrorist group that's oppressing their people. I don't understand what you're talking about. I need for you to explain me the terrorist group that they're supporting and who's oppressing their people. Because remember, all of the information that you're getting from that region is westernized information or colonial information, however you want to say it. You're getting it from the propaganda media, correct? So if you're getting it from the media that we all basically see is currently doing propaganda right now in regards to that situation, can we also have faith in their declarations that they made previously about the people who that are living there that are fighting against or creating problems for Israel, their specific relationship that they might have with the Palestinians that live in the Gaza Strip. It might be different than what we believe it to be. That's what I'm saying. So while this media that we have that is known to give us propaganda on top of propaganda is telling us that no, these people are terrorists, and giving us or trying to give us the image that these people are, terrorizing their own people, that might not be the case. No. They also allegedly cut off some baby heads a while back. Apparently they didn't do that neither. They also allegedly shot their own building, the hospital. Apparently they didn't do that either. So yeah. Where in the city would I go to find them? First of all, they would definitely be somewhere around where the I would assume they're somewhere around where all the courthouses are, because that's where you just go to protest shit. So I would go basically down there around Court Street to City Hall. Basically, they got to be at City Hall. So I go down to City Hall. Also, I saw where they had what do you call it? What up, King Will? Salute. Also, I saw some footage, and some of the footage was down there near City Hall, where the streets were absolutely flooded with people. So that's where I would go. But we would need some more people contributing to the cause to make this happen. We need a couple of reasonable contributions to the cause to make this happen. Getting on the train alone is $6, fam. There and back. Alone. So yeah, we would need reasonable contributions to make that happen. So as always, it's if y'all guys want me to go do that. Usually y'all don't, so I don't really think nothing of it. In any regard, that's where I would go. That's the first place I would go. City Hall. That's the stop on the train, by the way. So that's the first place I go. I would assume that there'd be a lot of protests down there. That's literally where, the biggest New York City courthouses are, as far as the ones that do the biggest cases. So that's also where Trump is at now currently, right? That's where he's been going to court, down there. So I go down there. I wouldn't be surprised if soon they'll have something. I think they have something in Union Square. Is that Union Square? I think they have something there. I'm not 100% sure. I saw an image that looked like an overhead shot of it. So that could have been there too. So yeah, those are the places that I would probably go to immediately, initially. Also, you could just look on social media. There's a couple of people. Well, we're not going to go to the court in the Trump case. I've decided not to. So I don't know. When the trial actually begins and they start calling witnesses, maybe we go then. But we backed up off of that because I don't know if I'll be able to. I can't say why, but it 100% has to do with finances. I can't say why. It is what it is. We'll see what happens around the time that that would be applicable. It would be something that we will be trying to do. We'll see. But yeah, most things I just gotta say no to. I don't got a choice. Anything else y'all want to talk about? When is what? The Trump trial? It's not that the Trump trial, we don't get enough participation over here for me to be able to get on the train every day and eat lunch every day that I got to pay for outside. We don't get enough participation for that. We don't have enough people that is, I'm grateful for all the participation we get. I'm grateful for all the love we get. I really am. But people don't love us like that. Like, that's not something that's not, even though that's nothing and it's like the bottom of the barrel, it's not anything reasonable for me to think could happen. That's all. It's just not reasonable. Even though that's like bottom of the barrel, it's just not reasonable. I'm just gonna be quiet. Just it is what it is. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Later. No, what I'm trying to say is I don't really want to say a thing. What I'm trying to explain is we have to be able to get to and from the location. So I don't want to get into it because it's in no way it's going to be helpful for anything. It's just going to be more reasons for people to laugh at me. So I don't want to get into it. It just is what it is. If we could do it, we do it. If we can't, we can't. I don't want to discuss it. Um, all of the bad things and all of the things that are happening bad to me that are just terrible and don't nobody want to happen to no other individual. People laugh at them when they happen to me. So I don't really want to discuss that. Yeah, I don't want to discuss that. If it was somebody else, people would care and they'll say this is so terrible. But it's me, so people want it to happen. So it is what it is. I want to discuss it. What else y'all want to talk about? Appreciate your donation this morning, by the way, Ken Thompson. You have no idea how much. Anybody else want to? Anything else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. You really couldn't imagine. You just. Anything else anybody want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Any more topics? All right, copy. I can't check for it right now, Aunt. I'll check spam. I'll check all of the things when I get the opportunity. Can't check right now. I'm on the phone. I'll see. I know I didn't get a new alert from my Gmail, so it probably is in spam. I try to remember to check my spam. I try to remember to check my spam. Where is Suge Knight in jail? He should be there, right? Why, you saw him walking around somewhere? You saw him at the neighborhood 7-Eleven? What is the... You saw him at the... Sheesh. Yeah, he should be in jail, right? Sorry. I mean, I don't know. Like you said it, like he's not in jail no more. He should be in jail. I do not know which jail. I do not know. I do not know which prison. He should be in prison. I don't know which prison. Shout out to, I'm gonna call you AL for the drop to the Cash App. Definitely appreciate you. I'm gonna call you AL. You probably don't want people to know your name, and I wouldn't blame you. Um. Oh, that was Ant. Salute the Ant with the with the $5 drop to the Cash App. Definitely appreciate you. I just assume that people don't. Oh, they're gonna contact you and tell you that you gotta hate me. Also, I'm just gonna throw that out there so you can know. They're gonna contact you and tell you that you're supposed to hate me, and they're gonna tell you that I'm on drugs, and they're gonna tell you I do stuff to children, and they're gonna tell you I got AIDS, and they're gonna. What else is there? Uh, I don't know. Whatever the thing is that just a horrible person would do, they're gonna tell you I do that. Just so you know. I don't know what else it could be. But whatever the most horrible, despicable thing that a person could be, they're gonna tell you that I did it. I did it. But they're gonna tell you I did. Yeah, I'm just trying to explain to you what's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. They waiting for me to go outside right now so they can follow me around and just tell people that I do stuff that I don't do. Like they're waiting for me now, so it's my life. In any regard. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Nah, don't worry about it. I mean, what's the worst thing that could happen? What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Nah, don't worry about it. Like, what's the worst thing that could happen? Even if the worst thing happened, is I can't talk about it because then people gonna be mad. But believe me, it's fine. Even if the worst thing happens, it's fine. Do you think Cat Williams is crazy like how they portray him to be? I don't think Cat Williams is crazy at all. I don't think anything Cat Williams has done is crazy. I think anything. Just like I don't think Martin Lawrence is crazy. And they tried to say Martin Lawrence was crazy. When Martin Lawrence was running down the street butt naked with a gun in his hand talking about they trying to kill me, why don't you believe they was trying to kill him? Do y'all remember that actor, Randy Quaid? What did Randy Quaid do? Randy Quaid and his wife, hold on. Randy Quaid and his wife, Randy Quaid and his wife moved to Canada because they said that there was a mafia, Hollywood mafia after them. I forgot about the middle school thing. The middle school kid thing, I forgot about that. Yeah, that I don't agree with. But I think that he fell into a trap. Like where I'm at right now, there's people trying to send little kids to come fight me. So I can't win that. I don't care if Cat Williams could have beat that kid. He shouldn't have fought him. You can't win in that situation. If you beat the kid up, you're a whole grown adult. What the fuck? If you lose to the kid, you're embarrassed. You're a grown adult. What the fuck? So there's no winning in that situation. The best thing you could do is just not get involved in it. You understand what I'm saying? That's like the best thing you could do. So just try your best not to get involved in it. Or if you get involved in it, you got to make that shit escalate to 1 billion. Those are your two options. Don't get involved, and if you have no choice but to get involved, you got to escalate that shit to 1 billion. Because you can't lose. That's one. And two, if you can't get away from it, then they might most likely your life is in danger. No, they're just trying to get me to hurt one of these kids so I can go to jail. They're trying to take away my freedom. You understand? They're trying to take away my freedom. They know some of them know who I am for real, for real. They just lying to the public. You get it? Some of them know who I am for real, for real. Some of them. Not the kids out here, not the people that live out here. They don't know me. But some of the people that's telling them what to do, they do know who I am for real, for real. They trying to get me put in jail. So that's what they're trying to do. So they're gonna keep trying to make me look like a pussy every 5 minutes in hopes that I'll escalate that shit to 1 million so I could go to jail. You understand? Basically pulling the same stunt on you that they pulled on them, but with different devils on different levels. That's a fact. That's a fact. I got crackheads that follow me around. These two red-headed, light-skinned crackheads. They got like red hair or a wig or some shit. I don't know. So they follow me around everywhere I go and try to tell people to ruin my life to make me go quit this and go get a different job. And I'm saying, you live on government assistance, bitch. Why in the fuck do you have the nerve to talk about what somebody else do for a living? You don't even do anything for a living. What the fucking nerve do you got to talk about with somebody? You a whole crackhead. You live on government assistance. Who the hell are you to try to tell what somebody else should be doing for a living? The fucking nerve of you. I don't know what they doing. Maybe that's what they doing. They probably giving them drugs to come follow me around. Every time they come around me, they usually smoking drugs. So maybe that's what they're doing. But in any regard, like, what the fuck? Anyway. And no, there's two main crackhead chicks. There's not just some random dope fiends. There's like two main crackhead chicks that they just follow me around, fam. They just follow me around, fam. They just follow me around. So they trying to get me to go to prison. So they sending kids at me. They sending dope fiends at me. They trying to tell people I'm a bully. I'm not a bully. What the fuck are you talking about? You just got people coming around me acting like assholes all day. Like, what the fuck, fam? So now my whole day until the day I die, you're going to be trying to prove to people I'm a bully, even though I'm not. So for the day to the day I die, I'm just going to have people coming around me doing all of the things in the world that is deserving of somebody putting hands on them. But I can't do or say nothing because if I do, then I'm wrong. So that's my life now. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. How am I going to follow? I don't even know what to file a police report on. People spreading rumors. What do you spread a police report on? I need somebody that they're lying to literally come with me to the police and then do an affidavit saying that this happened. Right? How? Or do a report saying that these people will do. How? How am I going to do that? Like, how's that even a thing? Like, I don't even know how to get that done. I need a girlfriend. That's what I need. I need a girlfriend. Somebody who's capable and she could go do all of that shit. Because that's just not shit I'm good at. That's just not shit I'm good at. I'm not going to be able to. That's not shit I'm good at. Is there anything y'all want to talk about? Yes or no? I'm not trying to get off the live. I'm trying to stay on the live a little bit longer. I thought this shit stopped because I was still. I could see why celebrities don't smile in public. I could see why they don't smile in public. The female judge, because somebody send me a DM of that. I gotta see that to believe that. The female judge is posting 6ix9ine pictures on her IG and speaking about the case. So what is she saying, Mr. Dominic Power? What is she saying? I'm not that big or great at the moment, but I appreciate the comment. So what is the female judge saying? She says she's not looking to continue the case for 18 months like people say. People are saying that? I didn't know people were saying that. You putting me on the game. You putting me on the game. I didn't even know people were saying that. We actually do love Vix. Too bad she's never going to come back around again. But we do love Vix. Didn't hear about that female judge thing. What's the scoop? Oh, no, I just told you. Let me screenshot her name. Aura Luz Garcia. $18 months seems like a long time for a case like that. An extremely long time. Not sure how the justice system works in DR. Me neither. I think the justice system just, you go to jail, and then after you're there for a couple of months, they try to figure out a way to ship you to America. Jokes. Okay. Take both of those to make sure I can try to get to a page. Yeah, I have no idea how the justice system works in DR. That's a fact. I guess she sees this as an opportunity to make her followers go up. She like, fuck this shit. I'm gonna get to 100,000 this trial. I'm gonna get to 1 million. I have no idea if Ken Montgomery is representing the young boy that got arrested for the stabbing. I'll try to shoot them a line and try to find out. Which stabbing are you talking about specifically? Oh, the prosecutor want 3 months of pretrial detention, and she's like, nah. Yeah, why? Oh, King Montgomery is. Are you serious? Are you fucking with me? Or are you just asking me because you don't know? You serious? You fucking with me, or you just asking me because you don't know? Huh? I'll try to look into that. What makes you think that? No, I mean, I'm asking. I'm not questioning you. This is not this isn't I'm not instigating anything. I'm not coming at you. Who posted some mate? I gotta check his page. I have no idea if he is representing that young man, but that young man deserves competent representation, independent of what I or anyone else thinks. That's the backbone of our legal system. So no, that young man needs competent representation. No, send me something also. Send me to whatever the hell. I'm going to go look for it. But hell, this is a conversation. This is a video. What the hell? Man, no, he deserves competent representation. That's a fact. I think that young man was out of his mind in that moment. I think he was going through a temporary insanity. That's what I think. I think that a lot of times that these kids is out here doing bullshit that they're doing, they're going through temporary insanities. Remember, we live in a culture that's predicated on trying to trigger other people into doing things. That's evil. If you're trying to trigger somebody into doing something negative, that's evil as shit. And we live in a culture that is predicated, pardon me, I'm going to back up off of that. We live in a culture that has a large community of individuals, quite possibly over 60% of individuals, that dedicate their life to trying to trigger a certain group of people or a person specifically. That's evil. I believe that that young man could have been in a moment of temporary insanity. I believe a situation was going on that he did not have the mental capacity, pardon me, that he did not have the emotional intelligence to be able to deal with. I believe he was talking to his girlfriend. Something happened. It was traumatic. It's a shame what happened. It's a shame that man lost his life. And I'm not saying that that kid shouldn't be held responsible. But we're supposed to have compassion. And we're supposed to have empathy. And you see, when you sit around judging people, you can't have compassion for them. And you cannot have empathy in that moment. When you sit around and you're accusing people, you cannot have compassion or sympathy in that moment, can you? So we're supposed to have compassion. We're supposed to have empathy, sympathy. That man lost his life, but that child have also lost his. Not sure if you want to discuss the Melly trial, but apparently the state of Florida has added 7 new charges and 22 new witnesses. I meant to do a video on this yesterday, but we stepped out to go cover the kids practicing. I want to say this, and I want to be clear about this. And I don't want there to be no misunderstanding. This is going to be a completely, totally different trial than the trial that previously was had. And a bunch of those new witnesses, I bet you, I bet you, are going to be people that probably weren't witnesses before, because they're going to say that there was some witness tampering. Remember, there was a lot of people that wouldn't talk. There was a lot of people that wouldn't take the stand. Remember, that's one of the reasons why they kept having to hold the trial off. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if some of those new witnesses are just forensic experts. Forensic experts. I wouldn't be surprised at that. Dominic Powers says supposedly he was in New York. His girlfriend was in Florida. Miami, I think. And was in Florida, and she left to DR, and he followed her there. So I think she was using 6ix9ine. I think she's using 6ix9ine. It's looking bad. They said she's a snake in bed. He was in New York. I thought he was in Miami. But he was in New York, and then he flew to DR. So his girl flies out to a place, and he flies out there after. I'm gonna say something. So if you want a faithful woman, you might have to choose a woman that doesn't live a certain lifestyle. Ken Thompson says, I heard he suffered from mental illness. Like, most of the kids out here suffer from mental illness. You're not saying anything. Do you hear the music that they listen to? They listen to music that equates to talking about killing each other all day, every day. Ant says, you think because they have a new prosecutor on the case now? I think that the first trial, the prosecutor was horrible. It wouldn't even make sense for them to continue with that strategy. Ant says, apparently the prosecutor that covered the first two trials was like Florida's mid-tier district attorney and not even their best. That lady that was on the trial, she's been terrible. She was terrible. She was absolutely terrible. She was just, I don't know what to say. Terrible. Dominic Powell says, that's what I heard. It's a clown show in my country with 6ix9ine. No Name says, Melly Case is crazy. That's a true point. Also, a lot of people out here hurting. Yeah, so my dude, most of these kids out here, all they do is listen to music all day that's talking about killing each other. That's all they listen to. And all the girls listen to that music and the music about being an absolute whore. So that's the music that the kids listen to today. Killing each other and being an absolute whore. And don't say that it's the same thing like when I was growing up. Because no, we had just people saying that they were the best rapper. Not that I'm the best rapper, but also, I'll clap you. Ant says, yeah, and she didn't file that Brady law and refused to sign off of it. Now she's become a witness in her own trial. Yeah, now she's going to be a witness for the other side. That's how terrible she is. She's terrible at lawyering, fam. I could have probably won that trial. That's not even cap. I could have probably won that trial. I think so. Because the other team didn't, Melly's lawyers didn't really do much, but talk about how those guys was corrupt. That's it. Like, oh, they faking evidence. This evidence is wrong. And then it looked like they were right. So they didn't really do much. The state just couldn't put on a compelling case. That's it. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. It's going on 11:30. I should probably go get some lunch. I should definitely go get some lunch. We're going to go get some lunch. We're going to go get some lunch. Kevin Porter's situation is kind of crazy. Kevin Porter allegedly broke his girlfriend's neck, but apparently now she's saying that he never attacked her, and apparently now I think her neck is not actually broken. Any regard, he actually got traded, I believe, to the Suns, and then the Suns just released him. I think that's the Kevin Porter we're talking about. Ex-girl now says she never put hands on her, but he's kicked off the team. Yeah, I believe. Well, I think he was on. I forgot what team he was on. Maybe like the Hornets or some shit. And then they traded him, right, to like the Suns or some shit. And the Suns like released him, like right at the trade. Well, I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know if he actually did the thing. Did he actually hurt her? Is she now just saying that it didn't happen because, she don't want to cost him, his livelihood? So I don't know how to think about this. But I will say this. Stop dating people that you don't align with. Stop dating people you don't align with. I don't know. He might have actually hurt the girl. We don't know if he did or not. She's saying that he didn't. So that's it. We're going to go on that. Right? Because if she said he did, then we're going to go on that. So she's saying he didn't. So if I was him, I'd sue the NBA. I mean, you really can't sue the guys. I mean, even if they let him out of, even if they released him, he's still getting paid. So he just got to work to try to get back in the league. And the way that I do that is I'll just have a whole tour going around on all the radio stations, speaking about the case, speaking about the manner, but never speaking down on the NBA. Just saying, I can understand how somebody could be confused about a matter, and then because they're confused about a matter, they might have made some decisions that didn't necessarily work in my best interest. If you could, but that's assuming he didn't do it. Talking about lawsuits, Breakfast Club could get sued. I don't know their policy for promotion over there. I don't know their policies. Oh, so I don't know if they have some kind of thing where they're like, that person wasn't, DJ Envy spoke on that, but he spoke about that with himself. He was using it on our platform, but we didn't give him the okay. You understand what I'm saying? And in those regards, they might then just try to now they would have to probably sue DJ Envy so they could remove themselves from being liable. So you have to see how that works. I think that's how that works. All we can do is go off of her word or police word, which we heard nothing, right? Like I said before, if she's saying he didn't do it, who was to say he did it? Like, you can't say. If she's saying they're not even together no more, she's saying that he didn't do it, I don't know what to tell you. Star said they confiscated electronics from the Breakfast Club station. Wowzers. Shout out to Star. Wowzers. Wowzers, wowzers. Don't know what to tell you. My main thing, as far as this is concerned, is that DJ Envy is, like I told you before, I always thought he was a little shady, but no, I just figured I was a little biased because, he's light skinned. And his name is Envy. And that just doesn't sit right with me. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a colorist, but I think if he was dark skinned and his name was Envy, I think I would have just respected that a little bit better. I'm not even capping. Just telling you. I just always felt the way about that guy. He always came up to me as schwarmy. Schwarmy? I know I'm trying to say the word. Schwarmy. Do I have to have an accent to say that word? Can I not say that word because I have an accent? Schwarmy? Okay, I know what word I'm trying to say. If anybody else know what word I'm trying to say, put it in the comment section. But it basically mean like, not trustworthy, like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's like that, It always came off like that to me. 6ix9ine says when he gets out, free show for the people of DR. Yeah, I heard about that. He's going to give a free show. Shout out to that shit. But I guess it's not a free show because he's probably going to get out just so he could do the free show, right? So he paid for it. So the country of DR, they pay for a free show. All they got to do is let 6ix9ine go. You're going to see the judge in the front row and shit. They said the judge is a chick, right? She got me in the front row like this. It says 6ix9ine can pour champagne on her breasts. I'm making all of the jokes. We're going to go get lunch. We need to get to lunch ASAP. So we're going to go get to lunch. Is there any, okay, if I say that, because y'all hitting on all cylinders today. Okay, is there anything else y'all want to talk about? I enjoy the conversation. I could hold lunch off for a little bit longer. Hungry as shit, but I could hold lunch off for a little bit longer. Is there anything else y'all want to talk about? Because y'all bringing up good conversations. I'm enjoying the conversation. I like when we're doing multiple different topics at the same time. Actually. it feels like I'm talking to the crowd and I'm talking to this guy, and then that person want to talk about something different, and then I'm talking to that person. That's why I just tried to say, just let's get through the regular part of the show, and then this is what I want it to be. But while we have the actual topic that we got to discuss, I want to discuss the topic. But once we finish with the topic, I like for the show to go like this, where we just discuss everything. We just throw everything out there. All right, so y'all done? There's no more things y'all want to talk about. I'm gonna let y'all go. We're gonna go get lunch. Everybody, just have a blessed day out there, fam. Um, just find something worth doing, like something worth doing, where you're improving, other people's lives, your life, the community, and stamp God's name on it. Bam. Go find something worth doing, man. Like, comment, subscribe, join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.